followers. By the grace and praise of God, the map of the sky has been installed in the Flat Earth Project. Of course, we see the sun here. This is dropping light. Of course, the position of the sun is approaching the new orbit. Of course, here we see the location of the sun with the analemma. Here we adjust the world time. We see the moon. Here is a full moon. The moon is opposite the sun, of course. Here is the map of the sky. Of course, the sun recedes every cycle by 1 degree within the zodiac system. Since the astronomy precedes the sun every day by 1 degree out of 365 degrees, of course, this is only an experiment. The project is not 100% complete. Watch here. Here on this site, the beginning of the year, of course, the astronomy has been set, and the sun is now in its new orbit. The moon now appears opposite the sun. Of course, praise be to God, the phases are happening perfectly. Here is the situation as in the clear picture. The sun is now in the corona position. Of course, it came out of Scorpio. Now the sun is still in the sign of Scorpio. Here the Chola is the end of Scorpio, and then it gets into Sagittarius, the beginning of the year in the status of Alnaya. Here we see the center of the earth. Unfortunately, the phone does not give us a clear picture. Of course, the moon is full now. Humpback decreasing moon now. Excuse me, of course, the astronomy precedes the sun by 1 degree. Of course, the sun needs to separate from this site to this site approximately. Almost the sun is in the position of the heart, of course. It needs 12 days. In the position of the heart in Scorpio, unfortunately, the star map cannot be seen at night. Of course, God willing, we will color it white. And, God willing, the time and date will be added. Here we see history. Of course, a laser light will be placed next to the sun to determine the date for us in this location, through which we can obtain the location of the sun through the analemma to extract prayer times. Of course, we see here that we have stopped the system. Of course, these towers are present during the day, but the towers that are present at night cannot be seen due to the lack of lighting. Of course, we will light the system. We see here we see the zodiacal circle. Of course, the zodiacal circle is divided into 4 sections. We see here this section is small. Larger than this average, larger than this section here, the largest size. Of course, the sun travels all distances in a period of 91 1/3 day. This distance from here to here is 91 1/3 days, and here is 91 1/3 day, and here also 91 1/3 day, and here also 91 1/3 day. Of course, through the decline of the sun advances to the orbit of Cancer. It returns to the new orbit in a period of 365 1/4 day within the zodiac system. Of course, every tower we see here, every tower, every quarter is 3 towers. Every quarter, of course, and every 3 towers have 7 positions. Of course, here is 7 positions and here 7, 7. The result is complete. 28 homes here we see beginning on this site. Here is the beginning of the solar year. Here set the global time. In this location, in the status of An Ayim, in the sign of Sagittarius. Of course, the positions of the moon begin in An Ayim. Then the towns Saad al-Dabe, Saad al-Dabe, Saad Bale, Saad Saud, Saad al-Akazia, and al-Mokadem. Of course, this is al-Mokadem, constellations of Persians. Great Persians, here we see the backside of this site. Here is al-Risha, followed by al-Baten, and after al-Baten, we see the Pleiades in Taurus, then Aldebaran, and then Al-Hakaya in the Jabbar group. These are the 28 stages of the moon within the zodiac system. Of course, the positions of the moon are not all inside the towers because they indicate the positions of the moon. Of course, the moon reaches 28 1/2 degrees north of the equator, 28 1/2 degrees south of the equator over the new orbit. Of course, watch a big circle. Of course, this circle belongs to the positions of the moon, and it is not regular, so that the moon enters inside this circle. Of course, we see the moon here. The moon walks exactly on this circle and does not come out of it. We see the moon now inside the circle. Of course, whenever he retreats 12 degrees, he will retreat from this position. Of course, it is present in the position of this particle. So it retreats 12 degrees to enter the status of the limb. Each cycle is 12 degrees. And stay safe. Of course, the project was not completed. We are now in the testing phase. Praise be to God. Soon we will complete the project, see all the lengths. Of course, here we colored this piece white. Of course, this is a constellation that we colored, but it did not appear at night. Praise be to God. The results are excellent. There is little time left to complete the project. Of course, thank God, the system has no errors. Now the moon. The sun is approaching the moon. The moon has become humpback, mashallah. There are no errors, praise be to God. Stay safe. May the peace, blessings, and mercy of God be upon you. We will have a full explanation of the system soon, God willing.